The most shocking result of America's dream project has recently come to light. We are talking about the US military's war on terror. An investigation has found that in the 22 years since the US started attacking various countries since 2001, about 4.5 million people or 45 lakh people have been killed. Are you shocked? Stay tuned with me. You will know in detail. This is Nadim, you are watching Empire Diaries. This 45 lakh includes deaths caused directly and indirectly by these illegal wars by the US. And the number is rising every single minute as you are watching this report. To get a sense of what 4.5 million or 45 lakh really means, imagine the entire population of the city of Jaipur in India gets wiped out. Or take a real example. America's 1945 terror attacks on Hiroshima and Nagasaki killed about 230,000 people or 2.3 lakh people. Compared to that, here we are talking about a far higher number. The US war on terror has killed almost 20 times more people than Hiroshima and Nagasaki combined. It all started with the September 11, 2001 attacks in the US, when Al-Qaeda terrorists killed about 3,000 people in the country. In retaliation, the US launched an all-out assault on multiple non-white countries to take revenge. The US military first decimated Afghanistan. After that, they invaded Iraq. Next in line were Libya, Syria, parts of Pakistan, Somalia and Yemen. The US war machine unleashed huge numbers of troops in these countries. Bombs were showered on civilian homes, undercover operations were carried out, people were tortured to death, which is a well-known skill of the US military, and lakhs of people succumbed to slow death due to the long-term impact of the war. So this new investigation studied America's trail of destruction in the 7 countries that were targeted. The chief investigator, Stephanie Sewell, discovered that the wars killed about 900,000 people or 9 lakh people directly, and about 3.6 million people or 36 lakh people died due to the indirect impact. The investigation was supported by the Costs of War project. This war monitoring project is run by Watson Institute. It's a part of the Brown University in the American state of Rhode Island. What an irony! It is a US-funded investigation that has exposed a genocide committed by the Pentagon. You must be wondering, 45 lakh killings of mostly innocent people is a huge crime. Now here's an even bigger crime for you. Why did the Pentagon target these 7 countries? Obviously to punish them for the 9/11 attacks, right? But none of the hijackers of the 9/11 attacks were from any of these 7 countries. Not a single one. Instead, the 19 hijackers were from Saudi Arabia, Egypt, UAE and Lebanon. These 4 countries. So what's going on here? You are taking revenge for the 2001 attacks, but you are ignoring all 4 countries from where the Al-Qaeda terrorists came from. Instead, you choose to attack 7 totally different nations from where none of the hijackers came. Isn't this itself an outrageous crime? Let alone the criminal act of slaughtering 4.5 million people. The investigator also came out with a report listing some shocking details of the direct and indirect impact of the attacks. In the report that the mainstream media will never show you, investigator Stephanie Sewell wrote, "War's destruction includes environmental contamination and collapsed economies, public services and infrastructure. These consequences lead to mass impoverishment, loss of access to food and water, loss of healthcare and medicine, and other essential pathways to preserving health and life. Children under the age of 5 are particularly vulnerable, as demonstrated by high rates of child malnutrition in war zones." There are some people who will say, why should we include indirect deaths in war casualties? The answer is simple. All these 36 lakh or 3.6 million indirect deaths wouldn't have happened had the wars not taken place, isn't it? The investigation also found that more than 7.6 million children under 5 years of age are suffering from acute malnutrition in Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, Yemen and Somalia as a result of US interventions. The worst cases are seen in Afghanistan, Yemen and Somalia. The probe discovered that while the direct deaths comprised mostly men, the majority of the indirect deaths included women and children. So how do you sum up this whole galaxy of American war crimes in 22 years in one word? Shameful, shameless. No other empire in the world, past or present, has done what the United States of America is doing, carrying out terrorism in the name of war on terror. Where is the puppet mainstream media? They are as usual pretending there is no elephant in the room. Thanks for watching. Follow us for more such reports because we cover the cover-ups. For news and perspectives you don't see in any other media, follow our website empirediaries.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you get notified whenever we publish a special report. Follow us on Facebook and on Twitter. Send updates to our WhatsApp number 98210 45739.